I found out about you guys. I saw you on WZZO's Backyard Bands Competition at the Allentown Fair. I got a chance to go on demand at RCN, and I pulled up the show because I wasn't sure who won that year, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna review this. I worked with the people at ZZO for many years, and James doing a fine job with the Backyard Bands over there, and that's how I first saw you guys, and I'm like, whoa, where'd these guys come from? So I knew a little bit about you guys, and I'm glad that you came in today. And yeah, well, let's talk about the name, Psych. What's that all about? Are you psyching us out with rock or what?
Yes, we are.
Is that pretty much where it came from?
It's a long story. It's so hard to find names, AJ. I must have came up with 2,000 names.
Yeah.
They're always taken, no matter how stupid they are. And one night I came in with, it was like a two-part name, something Psych. And one guy was like, nah, I don't like that. And Chris goes, how about just Psych then? And I was like, go with it. So we Googled it, made sure nobody had that name.
And giving them, you know, airtime, which is important. But I can tell you from my standpoint, and if you're in a band, check this out, because this is the way it works. You know, when a band makes the time to send that CD to a radio station, oftentimes it's not going to get any airplay or get any attention unless there's a follow-up by the band. And then once the band does get airplay, what often happens to the person who's behind the microphone is we forget. Not because we don't like it, not because we don't want to support it. It's because eventually the band stops calling, the fans of the band stop calling. Now today, it just so happens that somebody called in from Maryland, Stacy and Tom, and said, hey, can you play this track for us? So if I can tell you guys something to tell your listeners and your fans is, you got to work it, man. You've got to call the radio stations and say, hey, can you play a track from the PSYCH 101 album? Because after a while, something new is going to come in.